It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guys pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
Ray McLeod on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs. Time for 4th down.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Raheem Blackshear is set to return for the Panthers. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man is Sanders. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
1st and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Young. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Young trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Falcons offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now Penix to throw on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Penix on third down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's Penix. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, here's Penix. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. The motion man is Sanders. On first down is Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing on second down, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Now a shot here, deep middle. And the Falcons will have great field position right around midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0. As they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Penix. He keeps it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure. Even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
On second down, Penix. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Pitts is the man in motion. And here's Bijan. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll go again with Robinson. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Penix. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And not much room to run there. He'll only get to the 6-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. The motion man is Sanders. Young quickly out till he gets.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
A throw left side caught by Sanders.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Mooney. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll get that to Kadero Hodge. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Again, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Throwing again, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called.
This seems a little off. Really great to get. The coach is smaller, but it should
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. whose kick is good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Velus Jones going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. He pulls it in around the 5. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Panthers are on the board. It's 10-7. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Second and a yard. Slot man in motion left. A give, and here comes Robinson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Penix. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They run over center with Robinson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. That's not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. 4th down coming up.
In these situations, Mike, you really just have 2 options. You can either try to force the issue and push the ball downfield, looking to get past the sticks, or the second option, which you saw here, try to catch the defense in pass mode, sneak a draw. In this case, they're ready for it. No gain, 4th down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. We'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 2nd down, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Receiver in motion, going right. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Open man, downfield is Leggett. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Xavier Leggett, touchdown Carolina. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers are on top. It's 14-10.
Falcons 10.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Williams. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. Trailed by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On On the give, it's Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and 11. Now Robinson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
On 3rd down, Penix. That's complete. Some more on the right side.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Hubbard. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. They motion a receiver right. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Here comes 3rd and 6. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.